Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a pick your card reading where we'll look at the lunar eclipse that is happening on January 20th and 21st, 2019. This is also a blood moon, and it's going to be very powerful, and it has a 6-month effect. So go ahead and tune into these cards, and it will let you know what you may encounter, what you will experience, or what you can look forward to in this 6 months from this time onward. As always, these are cards 1, 2, and 3. Tune into the card or the crystal, and that message is meant for you. I have the timestamps in the description area below for your convenience, and we'll start with cards 1. If you pick cards 1, let's see how this lunar eclipse will affect you during this 6 months. You have finding sanctuary, wow, and higher power. Now, this card lets me know that your intuition is something that is going to be in play during this time. Your psychic abilities, your insight, your intuition, your gifts, talents, and abilities that are given to you from the universe, from spirituality, from your natural born psychic gifts. It says opening to your spiritual source. This is definitely a time where you might experience things as in getting downloads of information, getting insight, seeing visions, having premonitions, or experiencing encounters with spirits or things out of your periphery. It's a time where you'll get messages and insight from those who passed, from past loved ones. It's a time for you to move forward with your goals by tuning into your intuition and allowing it to steer you down the right path or steer you to the right opportunity for you. You will see synchronicities. You'll see signs and symbols that are giving you messages and communicating to you. This is a time of spiritual growth, spiritual development. This is a time of also healing mentally, physically, emotionally. It's a time of bringing in what the universe is trying to give to you, to manifest, to go deeper in your subconscious, to go deeper and even higher in your vibrations, with your ascension, with your spiritual awakening. So this is very heavily centered on spiritual practices, spiritual beings, spirituality in general, even the metaphysical, even the paranormal. Anything that's in another realm or another dimension will be heightened. Information, ideas. If you're tuning in to your intuition to work on creative ideas, this will be very beneficial to you. If you're tuning into your intuition to work on your romance or your relationships, this is where it will help you grow and blossom. This is definitely a time for looking at your dreams, looking at your visions, your plans, your ideas, your creative and imaginative visions as well. It's definitely all heightened for you. Your sensitivity may be heightened. Your empathy may be heightened. Your ability to connect with others may be heightened. It's all about the higher power here. It's all about opening your spiritual source and tuning into that. There's 2 cards here that says the same thing. So this is definitely more than confirmation for me that if you pick this deck, you're definitely going to be in tune to your spirituality and your spiritual gifts and what spirit is leading you towards. Definitely good opportunities. So keep your arms, your eyes, and your heart open to what's coming in during these 6 months, because it's definitely taking you down a detour that you need to be, that fate and destiny is sending you down for your well-being, for the best for you and your growth. So definitely look for those signs, meditate, do some work in solitude, tune into your intuition in all forms and all facets. Take a break, take a rest, and just listen. Listen to what messages are trying to connect with you. Okay, let's move on to cards 2. If you pick cards 2, let's see how this lunar eclipse will affect you during these 6 months. You have surrender to the journey, release control, and the fates. Now, definitely the fates show that the stars are lining up for you. This blood moon, this lunar eclipse is very significant to you because it's going to be a time of release for you. It's time for you to release anything negative in your life, anything that's setting you back or holding you back or preventing you from accomplishing and reaching your goals. It could be anything to do with relationships, people that are bringing in negativity or bringing in something that is kind of stunting your growth. It could be with your career, if something is holding you back from achieving your greatness. It could be with your creativity, if you are lacking the inspiration or motivation. It could be with your mindset, your beliefs, your opinions, and the things you believe about the world or others or spirituality. Whatever this is for you, because we're all different, it's about surrendering to the journey. You're going to go down a path that fate has set out for you. Fate and destiny are working with you during this time. These are things that you are meant to go through. These are things you're meant to learn. These are things you're meant to experience for your growth. And the cards are asking you to try not to go against the grain with whatever you're experiencing, because this is fate. This is something that is meant for you, not only for your growth, but for your healing, for your advancement, for your betterment in all facets. It's time for you to kind of allow the universe to steer you down this direction. It's time to release that negativity, the self-doubt, the lack of confidence, anything that's holding you back. It's time to release that. Allow the energy of this lunar eclipse to close that out and eclipse it from your life so you could start a new cycle. So you could go on from this point on with your best foot forward, you know? Anything that's holding you back, because when it comes to boats, I always feel a sense of healing. It's a journey, it's a transition, it's traveling from stormy seas to calmer waters. So for me, it's always a sense of healing, and it's always a sense of going with the flow as well. You have to let the current take you where it may. You can't fight against it. You can't go against the grain or push against the wind. Allow what's happening in your life at this time to kind of lead you where fate is showing you need to go, you know? Remember, the fates is all about the stars lining up, the planets lining up. Astrologically, things are lining up for you to release what you can no longer control, release what is negative in your life, and release what is keeping you from your growth and from your potential so you can move on. So I see that happening for you. You'll have doors of opportunity opening for you. You'll have moments where you feel the universe and fate is stepping in to bring you in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, having the right experience. You will have these moments throughout this 6 months that will lead you down this journey you're meant to go. And spiritually, I do feel there's a spiritual aspect here. You're going to be at the top spiritually. You're going to feel guided. You're going to feel as if the universe and her hands are pushing you down this path that's meant for you. You're going to see the symbols, the synchronicities, the repeated numbers, the signs, the animal totems. You're going to hear and feel the whispers in the wind pushing you down this path that is meant just for you, for your growth, for your betterment, so you could reach the potential you always knew you had in you. So listen to it, be open to it, and know that everything that's happening to you during this 6-month period is fate, is destiny, it is meant for you. Okay, let's move on. All right. Moving on to cards 3. If you pick cards 3, let's see what you may encounter during this 6-month period from the lunar eclipse. You have vast vistas and chaos and conflict. Vast vista says expand your horizons. Now, this is a time where you'll be looking at the things that kind of come up in your life unexpectedly and figuring out ways of adjusting to it or making it work for you. So you may have encounters where things will come at you spontaneously. You'll get spontaneous news. You'll have changes put into your life that come out of left field. You'll have things going on that may feel like it will rock the boat a little bit, but this is encouraging you to go beyond your comfort zone. It's pushing you out of your comfort zone so you can move on to bigger and better things. You have to go past the boundary. You have to go past the line. You have to go beyond the horizon in order to grow, to learn, and to experience what you need to experience for your betterment. It feels like you've been in a situation where you've gotten comfortable, and now the universe is shaking things up for you. It may not necessarily be chaotic and conflicted during this time, but it's just these little things that will happen that will keep you on your toes, keep you back and forth, kind of unstable, and you will need flexibility and balance at this time. You'll have epiphanies. You'll have things that come at you unexpectedly that will force you to make decisions and push you out of that comfort zone, you know? Relationships may change. Your career may change. Your clientele may change. Your ideas may change. Things will happen in a way that will allow you to see the benefits in whatever situation you experience. You will come out better for it. You will come out wiser for it. And you'll be thankful and grateful for these experiences, especially when you look back in hindsight. I see changes happening for you during this time. I see endings. I see fresh starts. Definitely endings when it comes to what you're comfortable with. If you've been in a job for so long, you're going to start feeling the wear of it. You're starting to feel like you need a change. If you've been in a relationship where it's the same conflicts over and over, you're going to start to understand that you need to make a change. Something needs to give so you're not repeating that same cycle. If you're working creatively, working on something that you want to put out to the world, or you want to distribute, or you want to share with others, and you feel like your time hasn't come, you're going to start making changes. You're going to start doing something different with your time, with your talent, with your energies. You're going to start putting in a different way. You're going to start doing something that you weren't comfortable with, and it's going to bring you benefits. You have to believe that, because like I said, this card is all about expanding your horizons, doing something you haven't done before, taking a leap of faith, going beyond your boundaries. You know, you set boundaries for yourself and you feel like this is where it ends for you. No, you're going to have to push past that. If you felt comfortable where you are, the universe is going to kind of throw in a little curveball here and there to get you out of that comfort zone. But it's all for your betterment. As you can see in this picture, this animal is being like shaken up. The conflict and the chaos is shaking him up, breaking off that outer layer to show what's really underneath, to show his true self, to loosen up all the veneer that was already cracked and chipped and not well enough. That's how I feel with this card. And that's what I feel is going to happen in this 6-month effect from this lunar eclipse. I get a lot of surprises, I get a lot of changes, and I get that with this box this person is sitting on. It does feel like a jack-in-the-box, and it gives me that feeling of being surprised, you know, something coming out of left field. So definitely there's going to be changes, there's going to be things that shake up your environment, to shake up your atmosphere, to kind of shake things up a little bit to get you out of that comfort zone, because this is definitely something you need for your growth. You're going to become a better person, a better you. Your talents are going to increase. Everything is going to go the way you were hoping for it to go. But first, you need things to kind of shake up in your life to allow you to grow, you know. I see that for you here. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in, for your likes, for your comments, for subscribing. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I'll have more videos like this for you soon, and I will see you soon.